under new mismanagement. It's an interesting day to be alive today, and we'd want to just have conversations and continue these conversations about the bosses who mismanage their people. You know, when we go to work every day, we want to meet a workplace where your dreams can be achieved. You want to meet a workplace where it is safe. And as we always say, you spend most of your time at work, more than you even spend at home. And even the leave days that you have, I mean, it's still little. When you go home, the guys at home are not there. So you spend much time with your bosses. So the workplace should be a psychologically safe working environment where your mental health is taken care of. You know, your well-being is taken care of. You know, you not only earn your bread there, because what benefit is it if you earn bread but you can't enjoy it because of the emotional distress? And that's why we're here talking about the bosses who make work difficult for their people. And today we want to talk about the always on boss, always on, work following you, when work follows you at home. If there is one thing that the COVID period taught us, is that we can work from home or work at home. I don't know. It depends with what that means to you. So there is these kinds, and after that time, when we came back, the workplace left the building, it went home, and then we came back to the working place. Even before then, we still had these kinds of bosses where they just want you to be always on the clock. Even your kids don't demand that much of you. Of course, we are 100% parents before we are other people, caregivers, or before we are workers, but that's a different story. So I want to talk about the boss who is always on your phone call. Every time you've left the office, it's past 5, or if you're working up to 4, or whatever time you're working, and the phone calls are just following you. Hey, a quick one. First thing first. It is annoying. It is annoying. And what are the characteristics of this guy? These guys, first of all, they are boundary breakers. Boundary breakers. They expect instant reply. You know that kind of. Have you ever been in that situation where someone has asked you for money? They've just sent a text. Hey, can you send me some 500 or 1,000 Kenya shillings? And even before you read, have you seen my text? Please respond. Now, imagine having that for a boss. This guy doesn't have boundaries. You've left the office, perhaps you're even driving on the road, or you're walking with your phone somewhere where you can't get your phone off your pocket because you know what will happen. Someone will snatch it from your hand. But they expect instant replies. It's like you're always on the clock for them. They break boundaries. They don't know boundaries. They don't respect other people's boundaries, expecting instant results for their, for their whatever reasons. When I was in campus, there was a saying that used to go, a lack of preparation is not my emergency. So if you didn't give me that work when you are in the office, why are you following me? I mean, it can still wait. Nobody is dying. So boundary breakers. Number 2, we are talking about urgency addicts. Those guys whose everything is urgent. Everything is urgent. I want that report urgently. They've just given you a task right now, and they're telling you, I want that report by the time I leave the office. And they know that this work is a lot. You've given me a report to write. You've given me data to analyze. You've given me a task to do. You've given me a task that wants me to apply my physical strength to do it. And everything is urgent. To them, there is no priorities. You'll recognize these guys because they are always on the run. It's like they're running along the corridors of the office. Urgency addicts. Everything is urgent. Trust you me, not everything is urgent. Not everything wants your attention at the time that it's being sent out. And remember, someone's lack of preparation is not an emergency. It's not my emergency. So those guys, they always have those characters of urgency. Another characteristics of these guys is invisibility of off hours. It's like they don't know that people have off. You're even on leave. You're even on vacation, but you're still being bombarded with work. You're seated at home doing homework with your kids, or you're sitting, if you don't have a family, You're a family of one, a soldier, you know, a one-man army, one-woman army. You're seated there, you just want to wind off, to enjoy your, you know, the house you pay rent, you want to enjoy the TV subscriptions you pay for. And then work just comes. Someone does not see that. To them, the line doesn't even exist. Your off hours are not anything to them. Those guys, we have them. We work them in the office every day. And if you're doing like that, if you're a manager, truly, if someone did that to you, what would you think? And by the way, one characteristic of these guys is, if you are the one who is in need of them, you will never find them. Therefore, you will call the phone and ring, they will not pick. But they expect you to do the opposite. I mean, do unto others what you want them to do to you. But this behavior of following people with work, from work, just let it be. Let people enjoy their lives outside the office. Tomorrow is another day. So, what's the damage that this causes? If you are doing this, if you are this kind of a leader and you're watching it up to this point, what's the damage? You are causing burnout and exhaustion. You don't want to operate with a phone without a battery. Why would you want to operate with employees and team members who have no strength to do anything? I mean, you take time to charge your phone, you take time to refuel your car. Why can't you let your people refuel and recharge? They are on leave. I mean, it's a weekend. They've gone to the weekend to blow off steam. Why do you want to continue utilizing them? And if you, I mean, it's just unthinkable. Burnout and exhaustion. People will burn out. And someone said that if you don't choose a time to rest, your body will choose a time when it is less convenient. If you keep overworking your guys outside office hours, trust you me, the time you'll need them for a very important assignment, they'll be somewhere in hospital. Oh, it happens. Physical anguish, mental anguish, it causes that. Work-life erosion is another damage you do. People want to leave. People want to spend time with their family, their parents. They want to travel all over the weekend to be with their people. You're sending someone tasks to do, and they're even in a remote place where the internet is not functioning. People want to have a work-life balance. Do not be the reason why someone's work life erodes. The balance erodes away. Leaders make sure that their people are balanced. When it's time to work, they are at work. When it's time, if you want to communicate them outside office hours, maybe it's banter, football banter, you support opposite team and you want to talk about, but just keep work things off work hours. There's a reason why we are working from 8 to 5. I mean, don't be that kind. The next thing it does, it creates a culture of guilt. Like someone is always, when they see a phone call after office hours and they are not responding to it, they will feel guilty for the entire time that they have not answered your phone call until they respond to you. You're guilt-tripping your staff every time. You're guilt-tripping them into doing what you do. Let me tell you the name of that. That's selfish. Very, very selfish. You're a selfish person if all you do is guilt-trip people into doing what you want them to do in the name that you're their boss. That is not the kind of manager that you want to be. So, stop guilt-tripping people. I mean, leave the guilt and shaming people because they didn't do what you do. You keep threatening them that if you, the reason why, the fact that you didn't respond to me in time, I'm going to exclude you from these activities that are going to benefit you. Trust me, you're hurting yourself. You're punching in the air and then the fist will come back and punch. You're kicking against the pricks. Imagine kicking against the thorns with your bare foot. That's what you're doing. So, you're working under this supervisor. So how do you survive them? How do you survive them? Set your digital boundaries. Nowadays, we have digital boundaries where you can set. I mean, kulisha mtu block. If you want to not receive phone calls after this party, of course, you can give maybe an allowance. But if you're going on a weekend and you're dealing with this kind of a person, just set them on a do not disturb. I mean, block them. Let them know that this person does not want to be reached. It is not a crime. I mean, it's your phone. Even if it's a company-issued phone, the company-issued phone should remain in the office. When they call, then it will ring while still in the desk. But it's your phone. It's your WhatsApp. It's your Telegram. Set your digital boundaries. Do not accept that. I mean, you still need that space for yourself. I would do that. I wouldn't want to call my people outside office hours. And if you're calling outside office hours, it is not a command. It is not an order. It is a request you're making. But some of us, we don't even know that. These kinds of bosses don't know that. Number 2, prioritize ruthlessly. I say you have to prioritize yourself. Clarify what is truly urgent versus what is just reactive pressure. You will know. Trust me, you know your department, you know your organization, you know your boss. You will know if it is urgent or just reactive pressure. Because that is what those are the people we are dealing with. So prioritize ruthlessly. Always know, do not be afraid to push back with data. Tell them, okay, what you're saying that you need it right now, to be honest, if you analyze, this is going to be the response. This is not going to happen right now, respectfully so. Of course, I'm not saying that you be rude. Please don't mistake me. Make sure that you know what is truly urgent and what is just reactive pressure. And remember, someone's lack of preparation should not be your emergency. If you can tell that they are trying, it is a result of not preparing. Because some of them, they just sit back in their desk, then they remember the last minute that they didn't do something, then they push the pressure on you. Just reactive. If they can't handle it, they can wait for the next day. You'll be in the office, and make sure you're also in the office on time the next day so that you can also do that. So don't take this episode as it's what justifying you not even to go to work when you're needed. And then model sustainable behavior. Quietly influence your team by protecting your own time and normalizing not responding after office hours. Listen, if you received an email that needs you, they always start fast things fast, quick things, a quick one. Please do this and send this before you go to bed. The moment you respond to that email, you're showing this person that you are available. The moment you respond to a work request, which is off hours, and if you're dealing with this kind of boss, you're showing him that you're available. But if you wait, respond to the email the next day, respond to the text, the work-related text the next day if you're working this kind of person, you're actually modeling and training them to be what you want them to be. So, model sustainable behavior. And as we are talking about this, please remember, under new mismanagement, we have conversations where we want to make our places psychologically safe working environments, because your mental health at the workplace is important. Until the next episode, subscribe to our channel, follow us, and do not sit under a mismanagement. Always look for new ways to make things better. See you next time. Thank you.